What's up, guys? Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 5 Team Builder for NCL Season 9's of Strika, taking on Johann and the Miami Heatran. Priority-wise, I'm doing it in the wrong order, sorry, I just woke up. Dragapult, Rotom Heat, Empoleon, Superior, Accelgor, Slacking, Mega Medicham, Weavile, Diggersby, Florges, and Galarian Articuno is his team. Priority options in Dragapult with Sucker Punch, Empoleon with Aqua Jet, Accelgor with Water Shuriken, Mega Medicham with Bullet Punch and Fake Out, Weavile with Ice Shard, and Diggersby with Quick Attack. Hazard setting, he's got the Empoleon with Rocks, Accelgor with Spikes and Toxic Spikes, and Diggersby with Spikes. So only the one Rocker, but multiple Spikers. Removal options, he's got the Rotom with Defog, Empoleon with Defog, Superior with Defog, Florges with Defog. That's it. 4 times weakness is just the Weavile to Fighting. In terms of what I think is coming versus not coming, I could kind of see a place for absolutely everything on his team to show up. If I'm being realistic, the Slacking is probably what's not going to come, but it absolutely could come. I have a check for it if it doesn't. Dragapult's for sure coming. I think Weavile is for sure coming. I think Mega Medicham is for sure coming. And then from there, you know, you can throw it up in the air. He loves to bring Accelgor, so I'd imagine that Accelgor is probably also coming. Accelgor does do quite a number to my team. And Rotom Heat probably comes, maybe Empoleon. Or Superior as the last one. Superior would make a lot of sense if he just wants to like glare spam my team down. Okay, so like I said, I could kind of see everything coming. Galarian Articuno, Slacking, Florges would be like my top 3 that I don't want him to bring. Not that I don't want him to bring, that I don't think he's going to bring. He obviously can only bring 6, so we'll see how that plays out. First up on my side, which is Genesect here, Genesect Douse. And I can't be shiny because I have Rock Polish, but a Rock Polish set really goes ham later in this game. Technoblast, Flash Cannon, Rock Polish, and Thunderbolt. This is about all I need. Technoblast is there for the Rotom, which I otherwise don't get any other coverage for, but Douse Drive Technoblast will obliterate that thing. He could be Pasho Berry to check Genesect. It's going to be risky if he's going to be Pasho Berry. Flash Cannon just burns through a whole chunk of this team if I get a special attack boost. I don't need that much chip to just like destroy him with Flash Cannon. And then T-Bolt is pretty much only there for the Empoleon. It's kind of only there for the Empoleon. I would click it against Galarian Articuno in a pinch, but that's what it's there for. Flash Cannon is the main stab. His resistances are the Rotom Heat and the Empoleon, and I have coverage for both of them. So Steel just absolutely goes ham here with Genesect's coverage options. I'm running enough speed for Rotom Heat, so I will outspeed Rotom Heat, and then after Rock Polish I should outspeed the entire team. Timid with max special attack, and then I just threw the rest in HP, so I should be able to lose some hits here, but it's not going to make me bulky enough. Excuse me, it's not going to make me bulky enough to take a final gambit from a Accelgor, so that's not really the most ideal setup target, unless I can properly identify what moves that thing's going to want to run. I've seen Johann in particular run Throat Spray Accelgor many times for Bug Buzz, and I'm not sure that I have counterplay to a set like that. It's Accelgor is one of the Pokemon that can like beat down my Regen Core. So what I would probably have to do is hope for not a ton of Water Shuriken hits against my Cinderace, and that's going to be my strat, is just leading Cinderace against the Accelgor if it's going to lead. So I got Bulk Up, Sucker Punch, Power Ball, High Jump Kick. Rather than U-Turn, I've got Cinderace as more of an offensive like setup presence, because once I get a Bulk Up off, it's kind of game as well for the Cinderace. +1 Sucker Punch will just obliterate the Pult. Pyro Ball will obliterate everything that's not named Rotom Heat or Empoleon. Excuse me. And High Jump Kick will obliterate the Empoleon and does good enough damage to the Rotom Heat that I can rely on it. I'm outspeeding Superior. Max attack, a little bit of HP there. Tangrowth Slowking, I might go through these a little bit quicker. Tango, it's just a standard physically defensive mon this week. I'm running physical so that the floor just doesn't sit on me. Poison Jab, knockoff, Power Whip, Leech Seed. So Poison Jab obviously for the floor. Just if the floor just doesn't come, it's still usable against the Superior in a 1v1 if I really had to beat the Serp in a 1v1, which I don't like with a 50 base special defense, but you never know. Leech Seeding, things like Rotom coming in. Rotom's going to be able to get a lot of momentum off on me because I'm not bringing Thundy T or Garchomp, and I just didn't have the options this week. This is not my favorite matchup in the world. Slowking is more of a specially defensive mon, but I'm also running some offense on this. So I've got Toxic, Teleport, Future Sight, and Ice Beam. Future Sight will just demolish things that are not named Empoleon or Weavile, but Weavile can definitely come in on this for free. And then I've got Toxic, Teleport, Toxic for Florges of the world, Toxic for Superiors of the world. Excuse me, and Port to get HP back. Just by porting in on like Medicham or something and then porting out. Or coming in on Medicham, porting out kind of thing. Ice Beam is there for the Serp, so that the Serp can't abuse me. The Weavile will definitely abuse me, so I don't have a ton of options against the Weavile. Mimikyu is my late game insurance policy, if you will. Swords Dance, Shadow Sneak, Play Rough, and Drain Punch should be all I need. Drain Punch is there mainly for the Empoleon, but it'll also hit the Weavile if I don't want to / need to risk a Play Rough. Shadow Sneak to pick off the Dragapult and the Mega Medicham, which I'd imagine has to be creeping my Mimikyu, otherwise, or my Genesect, otherwise he's kind of throwing. Although it might just Bullet Punch. I don't know how he'd want to play that, but +2 Shadow Sneak should chunk that really well. I'm still iffy on the Life Orb. I might take the Life Orb off. I'm outspeeding Articuno, Galarian Articuno with Mimikyu, which hits base 95. Excuse me, really interesting how they changed the base speed from 85 to 95 on the Galarian forms. Worthy to note, Galarian Articuno is the only one of the Galar birds that has recovery, so it has recover. And that's something that I need Toxic Slowking for as well. Slowking just should sit on that. Yeah, so that's Mimikyu. It's sort of a late game breaker, but it could, or a late game cleaner, but it could also be a mid game breaker in anticipation of Genesect cleaning late. But I have like triple setup, and then Kecleon, which has Rocks, Knock, Recover, and Drain Punch. This should be okay as a Dragapult answer. Definitely a special Dragapult answer for sure. Physical kind of no, I won't be that okay against physical, but it's maybe a Rotom Sponge if things go a little bit haywire with like a Nasty Pot Rotom, then I can't really handle Nasty Pot Rotom very well, so Kecleon might have to come in on that sort of thing. So overall, not really confident. I have no answers to the Rotom whatsoever, which is just, it's poor prep on my part, but I didn't feel like I could afford to slot anything else in there. If I wanted to get rid of Mimikyu, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in that slot, because I think Mimikyu looks really solid late, and it's a really good revenge killer against Medicham and Dragapult, and Weavile and Diggersby, which is like all of the physical attackers that I'm scared of. Tangrowth felt necessary as a sponge for things, but maybe I could have made that Thundy T or something like that, and Slowking I also felt was necessary, but maybe could have been like physically defensive for the Medicham or something, and I maybe had something else for Weavile. If you see anything on my team that I could have actually used for Weavile, then please feel free to let me know, because that mod just did not have answers. But yeah, in terms of what I'm not bringing, I guess Mega Gyarados is something that I actually did consider. I think it's got a decent matchup, but it's not a great one. Garchomp is really only usable as like a Rotom Sponge in this matchup. I think Garchomp is really not good here. Thundy T, same sort of thing, where it's like a Rotom Sponge. I don't really like Thundy T in this matchup. But worthy to note that Garchomp and Thundy T are both two mons that outspeed Mega Medicham naturally, so maybe it would have been worth to bring at least one of them for that. Hitmonchan's actually a mon that has a pretty decent matchup. If he's really scared of Mach Punch Hitmonchan, he might run like Choppleberry Weavile even for it. Hitmonchan can put in some decent work here. It's definitely a good revenger against Weavile and Diggersby in particular, and it can beat down the Empoleon pretty easily there. And Aggron, which is really only a slacking answer if it's not locked into Earthquake. Aggron tends to be more of an offensive mon, I've found, and this probably isn't the matchup for it. So yeah, that's about it. hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys for the battle against Johann and the Miami Heatran.